13. Transformation. Card description. The Tarot of Love shows death as it really is, a profound and complete transformation. The name and the illustration of card 13 clearly convey the main theme of the Tarot of Love, a constructive, positive, sensitive, symbolic, and yet realistic examination and explanation of the issues of life. Resting on the heart of love of oneself, the human being allows the great transformation from physical to ethereal life to happen. While the dead hull of the body remains behind, the soul rises into its own intangible realms. General meaning. Death is first of all a transformation in the deepest and broadest sense, a change, a passage, an alteration, a change of costume, so to speak. Death is often depicted as a merciless mower or cruel reaper, spreading fear and alarm, but it is really a midwife to help free the soul from its earthly body, and often enough from worldly troubles, so that it can come into a new and spiritual life. The Tarot of Love depicts the process in which consciousness detaches itself from the body. Like a bird, the soul soars up into the ether. Card 13 is then a continuation and, at the same time, reversal of card 12. In reversal, the person looks at the world into which he or she is literally diving from upside down. In transformation, the person is looking inward and their soul leaves the world and climbs upward. We are forced to cast off our conceptions and projections and turn to reality without rose-colored glasses. In death, as in transformation, there is a great opportunity for a new beginning. No people can be named as symbolic for death, since we are all mortal. However, the mythical phoenix, the fire bird that arises from the ashes, which seems to be its definitive death, does so in a most wonderful way. Applied to us, that means the ego dies and the soul never does. Love meaning. In relation to love, transformation stands for a parting from the old, for a possibly unwilling detachment from the past, which we would still like to consider as the present. This card does not mean that a partner dies, but rather that the form of the partnership changes drastically, for example, from an erotic relationship into a platonic friendship. We cannot remain in old ego structures, but have to go with the vital flow of life, sometimes without knowing to what shore it may carry us. Only when one partner makes a conscious effort to grow and the other one resists does this card possibly point toward a separation. The positive message of this card is that we acquire new freedom to develop and realize unexplored potential, possibly for some time without our familiar companions. Family meaning. An inner or outer separation has been in preparation for some time, possibly without some of the participants having been aware of it. Resistance to such natural changes would certainly cause unnecessary suffering. It is more sensible to recognize the meaning and purpose of the upcoming change, understanding that even the most radical upheaval will in the end be to the advantage of everyone concerned if we are ready for the transformation of consciousness. Partners and friends meaning. New friendships can be made only after coming to terms with those already existing. We should first examine who we are or what we want to become and where we are at. This card is also often drawn when the natural time span of a relationship comes to an end. Either a new form of partnership will have to be found, or the present partnership will come to a stalemate or dissolution. Reversed meaning. A German proverb says, quote, "The last shirt doesn't have any pockets," end quote, which means we will not be able to take any material things with us from this earth. Yet, we still try to hold on to our possessions, naturally in vain, and we waste a good part of our lives with greed and avarice. Applying this to relationship issues, such an attitude would be mirrored in an immature approach to life and a fearful, repressed way of interacting with other people. We hold on to our most prized possessions, which are our emotions, and undertake futile attempts to keep them inside. This causes emotional constipation and will carry the same problems over and over again into any new relationships. Another problem is trying to hold on to someone we can never own anyway. In doing so, we miss new opportunities for personal growth and transformation on our own. Key words: disillusion of old, outdated relationship patterns, an opportunity for new beginnings, parting and quiet preparation for new encounters.